So hello on the Monday here, welcome to my review of New Game Season 2 Episode 1. I was going to do a short review. I want to actually do it pretty much in the same live reaction kind of feel to it, because it's kind of like whatever. No, but I mean, it's a good anime. It is a really good anime. It's super fun. It has the kind of comedy, right? But it's kind of like, what is it to talk about? The comedy is good. Anyway, I mean, so you generally feel like, I'm going to do this review here. Probably do live reactions. But I probably won't do like some kind of, like this advanced review of this like characters or this good. New Game doesn't really have that going for it. It's just really, really funny, right? And somewhat relatable when you work in the game industry. To me, there were a couple of different game companies, right, and so on. I kind of see a similar, contextual issues they have and so on. And even just today, I was like, yeah, that is kind of me. She's complaining about it. I was like, yeah. So yeah, interesting though. It's definitely not shown from my perspective though, in the role I worked at all actually. So it's more shown in all the roles, right? For that matter. But anyway, like new game, yeah, I'm just like, the one I want to talk about is more, they didn't introduce a new character at all, and I kind of liked the comedy about it was great though, right? When it's like, always like, yeah, I'm gonna be a senpai. It's like, finally, I'm a grown up. You know, when you have someone younger than you, a kohai, that is when you are a senpai. So that is when you are, then you're grown up, and they're like, there is no new hire this year. It's like, don't tell anyone I cried. It's like, yeah, fine, whatever, kind of, right? And then everyone else is entering like, oh, will I be this tough girl or will I be this intelligent? Or like, then everyone else is coming in there like doing their own, like, yeah, it's time to be a senpai. And then he for me is nervous, and everyone's doing their own, you know, like this is how you are a senpai, and you're like, there is no new girl. Yeah, so that was funny. But it's a little like, come on, I want us to new character. I feel that probably better. Probably. I did, however, liked how they get I mean, I love Nenechii, and I love how they got her in there, right, with Umiko. It's like, I'm making my own game. It's really fun, but there's some bugs. Can you please help me? Because you're really good at coding. So I liked that, how she was like, yeah, I get my I get my old boss in here. She can fix my issues, right? And she was like, I do it. I was like, yes, I hate bugs. Yeah, that was great. That was great how you got there. Because it's kind of cute too, right? Because Nenechii is definitely the best character, I think. But her chemistry with Umiko, that is absolutely the strongest, I think, in the whole anime. And it's about episode 6 or 7, so right? So about half in or so, season 1. I think that hit its goal there, because before that, was a good anime, but it's much better than Nenechii and also Umiko. And neither of them in the beginning, right? And then they have them together, and all those things are definitely the best thing. Potentially both Nenechii were together, and like when Umiko was giving her a weapon, she's like, "You're a knight!" I was like, I want to shit like that. That is great. You see them playing there on the street, like, where is she? And they have this kind of weird game. Obviously, Umiko was like, "Oh, you want to meet me? We first have to assassinate me in Shubai or something kind of stupid." Right? It's just like, oh, I can do this. It's like, yeah, and then they do this thing, and then she trolls her. It's like, oh, I'm gonna feed you. I'm not gonna feed you. I was like, I will kill you. That was really, really, I love that. I really love that, and I definitely hope to keep doing the Nenechii and Umiko. I mean, that Nenechii overall is annoying cuteness, right? But I think that, yeah, they need to get Nenechii, in my opinion. Need to get her in there, right, more somehow, right? You know, she's actually maybe starting to be a coder. It's kind of like she's studying, but not really studying to be a coder. So I don't know. Maybe she is, maybe she's not. I would love if that happened more, right? To get her into the company somehow. That would be great. But yeah, that part was great. Sam was pretty funny. I kind of missed the new character though. Then I have to say though that the whole like questioning error was a little slow. Yeah, it's a little slow. Like a few good lines there. Like I loved the beginning, and then everybody's like, why are we only females? I was like, that kind of meta joke. She's like, why do you only hire females? Like, oh, she's a perv. Like, oh, the boss is a perv. And it's like, I was like, really? It's like, yeah. Like, have you met our boss? Man, she likes girls. So like, that was great. How they kind of like, you know, all other game companies are like 80-90% males. Why are we 100% females? Like, I like girls a lot. I was like, okay, oh, you don't say. No, that was good. That was good. Then they kind of went. I liked it. I mean, both in a meta joke, but also how she's like, oh, you finally realized. Yeah, it's true. I was like, yes, we only hire females because I like females. So I was like, okay. Pretty much right. That was good. But the other part was kind of slow until she gets there with her like Power Rangers game, and they're like, okay, we can't do this, but I like your effort. Maybe if we work more on some of those angles. She's like, should it be for kids or others? I was like, pick one of those angles. So that's what we'll see later. And the episode's like, I already finished it. It's 20 more pages though, but it's really good. And they're like, you already finished it? Yes, let me read that. I was like, yeah, no. And I mean, I don't know, but I laughed at it a lot because I definitely see myself probably relatable as a mix between her and Yagami. And it's like, that's pretty much exactly almost what I did. What I did working even today, and someone is like, can you really have this? And I'm like, well, what if I like really detail it down for you? Like, if I really add, you know, and it's kind of funny though, because usually in the game industry, I feel at least with game people, it's usually kind of a trade-off, right? And because I'm usually sitting on the end of the side, like the user side, I always have to like, you know, combat everyone else, and is like you don't get very popular in one way. Doesn't feel overly personal still though, but it's kind of like, I kind of mean from her perspective, it's kind of like I really can relate to that, and then they made it kind of funny way, right? Because she's like she doesn't get it, so it's kind of funny. But it's definitely at the same time it's very true, because you get the position where you're like, I really want to do this, and you also have to like really, you know, I don't say force, but I have to really convince people that you have the best idea, right? So I do think they could be interesting in next episode. I don't know, new game is kind of like you don't really learn how to make games, right? Or like, you don't really like have to sit it. But that part at least is still very real though. It's like a lot of this like, well, I want this, you want this, and we have to kind of compromise, or something have to just be very steadfast, pick your battle sometimes, right? But generally, the thing is that I like her as a character, and it has a pretty good writing, even though it's simple writing, because it's not how it is, in my opinion, because you have a few people that are very like energetic, and it's like, this is good, this is good, and they really want to sell you their ideas, and I'm personally one of them. Like, even if I'm wrong or not, yeah. So it's kind of, so it's funny, and I really relate to it, because it's like, yeah, that's actually how it is. You have a few people, almost every company, usually, they'll usually some percentage, and they're always like, you know, this and this, and then it's like, I don't know, can we really do that? And then next day it's like, here, I wrote another 50 pages for the other idea I have. And it's like, yeah, you know, and usually I am in that position, but I also have been in the position where I kind of get those as well, right? So I've been in both those areas where I can also, both when I is on the receiving end of that, when you have the people that just throw papers at you, but usually I do have to say, obviously I'm on the other side, I just keep throwing paper at people, pick one of these crazy cool ideas, right? So I don't know, I find it super hilarious. It's very simple though, it's very simple humor, but I find it super hilarious because it is just so true. Like, you have this, you tell someone that, I don't know, maybe if you agree, in a way obviously it's like, this is a bad idea. In a way it's like, this idea probably won't work at all. So you're like, nah, you have to probably rewrite everything, and it's not worth it. It's like, I did it on my free time at home. It's like, here it is. And it's like, damn it. I should have said no instead. Right? And they get in there all drunk. It's like, hey, read. And they're like, you already finished it. Ooh. Very classic. But anyway, yeah, decent first episode. Not on the Konosuba level yet, but I mean, I laugh a lot at this anime. But for sure, I think most reduced so is back in this. Like, new game is an anime that you pretty much review the whole season, right? Much more per episode, because there is no like storytelling really. You have some kind of Aoba main progression and Hifumi learning to speak and so on, but it's not really like it has some agenda, right? So it's like it's hard to review the jokes. I don't think it's hard, but it's not as interesting. I guess, right? I think so. Leave a comment. Like, yeah, like comment this. I don't know. It's like, what I think I can bring somewhat though, for my personal opinion, is that usually I feel when I watch New Season 1 is that like, it's always like some parts of the episode, like, yeah, that happened to me in real life. I was like, there's a lot, it usually is a few minutes here and there, but I'm like, yeah, that is true. That happens, and that is so weird, let me explain why. So, it feels like I want to do that more, which might use a new game, but I sometimes want to talk about more like, yeah, this is an interesting scene because kind of make fun of this element of actually working in the game industry. They do it very rarely, but for example, just very briefly here, we have this scene where Nenechii spoils the game, right? As some like the day sale one thing. That happened to me. Not the day sale one. I worked at one company, we had this person, and she spoiled like, she leaked, but not on purpose. It was like an energy thing, it was an accident. She got fired though, but like yeah, so I could talk about those stuff. Not of course like super in detail, but I don't know. It feels like I might do that, but if I see this like yeah, that's a good scenery, or like that that's a good scenario. Scenery, that's a good scenario. That's a contextual scenario, or actually have some real life jokes. Maybe I don't know, depending on time and so on. It's not. Yeah, whatever. We will see. We will see. Anyway, see you guys next week. If this episode actually comes next week, I don't know because if I had to put one episode 1 week too early, right? And yeah, and I go to like different charts or so on, saying it should come next week, and I guess someone leaks the episode or something, and it's already out everywhere. But I'm considering, will this actually mean that next week has no new episode then? Because you actually get episode 1 next week. That is a possibility. I don't know. It's a possibility. But anyway, yeah. See you guys. Have a great day.